put you on an island, an abandoned island. You can only eat one meal. You can only take one meal with you as your choice. Which is what you're taking?
Sushi.
It's a good choice.
Right?
So,
Yeah, but right. Yeah. My name is Satoshi Yamaguchi. I'm a pre-owner of the Kaeru restaurant. I am a head sushi chef, and this is Pembroke Pines, Florida. I was born in 1972, February 2nd, and I was born in Japan, downtown in Tokyo. I spend the time, most of my life, spent cooking in the restaurant. I recognize, I have short life, I'm age 50 and I don't know how long I can work, and then I want to be more fun, I want to use my experience, explore, to my restaurant. Of course, myself, it's hard to open this restaurant, but, I had a, best friend, which is my partner, he decided to work with me. He told me, and then, okay, just do it.
My name is Yuki. I own this restaurant with Satoshi. I thought it was good time to open a restaurant right now. Is Ryota called me about the spot, and Satoshi, he want to leave, the job, so that's why his timing is perfect. So I was looking for something to do challenge, So everything came like the same time. So that's why I just grab it,
My name's Katana Sato. I run the day-to-day operations at Kaeru. I would be considered the manager. I don't really consider myself one, but yeah, I just help out wherever I can. And my dad and Satoshi have been whispering about the restaurant, just kind of like shooting ideas, probably like a decade back. Satoshi lived in New York, my dad lived in Florida. It's like, how do you make that happen? They're living completely different lives. The fact that this restaurant exists, it's kind of a miracle.
Yeah, I have a idea open a restaurant for a long time, but it's not like a serious, just something in my head, Then I travel, then I eat a lot of restaurant here. I can do something different because, I eat different kind of food, So I was thinking, if I mix with something different food with the Japanese, maybe it's gonna be good.
I used to live in New York State, but New York City too expensive to open the restaurant. But here still have opportunity.
Kaeru is not just a restaurant. It's a personal reflection of like who we are as people. It's an amalgamation, a mishmash of all of our interests all put together into the restaurant. And it just kind of like, we put it into a machine and it got spit out, and it just, this is the end result. Our individual personalities and everything, I think. So what Satoshi and Yuki, they both bring to the table, I would say, well, Satoshi's a classically trained chef. He's been under the knife for more than 2 decades, probably close to 3, maybe over 3, I'm not sure. But he's been a chef for a very, very long time. He's collected recipes, he's gained knowledge over these years. He's trained under some of the best chefs in the world. So, he brings that training, that really rigorous technical know-how to the restaurant. And then my dad, he's well-versed in culture. Like, he's very attuned to like what's happening culturally. My dad's more of the business side of the restaurant, and not just that, but he puts the finishing personal touches to what makes this restaurant very unique. Kaeru is a Japanese restaurant, but it has a little bit more of a modern flair. He makes izakaya culture accessible to American people, I think.
I'm mostly cooking, but Katana, he used to work in, fashion industry long time. Yuki is a music industry long time. So, this is what it is, food and, design and the music all together. That's our restaurant.
Yeah, I think Satoshi built this restaurant like a basic base, So I just give him my style and the vibes.
I would say Satoshi's a master at his craft. I mean, he's trained for 30 plus years, not just like nonchalantly, he's been put under the knife and, it shows like just how the small things like the radish that you see on the dishes, like the very thinly cut white radish, he does that by hand. Like that's a very traditional technique from way back when. Like I feel like a modern chef doesn't really know how to do that anymore. I don't know, just little things like that are very, very important. It's all these little simple details that really add up, like detail here, detail there, and it adds up to like what amounts to good food. I think there's a lot of artistry involved in making food. You can always go to a fast food restaurant and you can get the same thing, the same exact flavor all the time, but there's no soul to it. But the artistry is like that's where people shine.
Everything made from scratch. How we marinate the fish, how prepare the fish, it's totally different. So that's all my choice, like whatever I learn, This is not, complete Japanese style because I never work in the Japanese sushi bar, but I'm proud, work in the New York State, and I learned a lot of, American, Japanese sushi. So even like the fish, we buy some fish from Japan, but mostly are using domestic, American fish. I told you, right? I went back to Japan 2003, and almost like 9 years working in the New York City, right, in the kitchen. Mostly, the chef told me like, do it. I didn't know why, the reason, but I went to culinary school, almost like 2 years, and then everything connects. I understood, more fun to cooking, become now, still I'm, learning, and passion for the food, cooking. Yuki also, he's a chef. He used to, and he got a little while different job he did, but he loves, he have a passion for the food, and he know a lot of knowledge about food.
People come here, spend the money and the time. So we have to provide, make them comfortable and happy. That's it,
We are cook, but also entertainment. When you work in the sushi bar, you gotta feel someone watching you, so this is, show business, that's why I learned, even like a knife, how we use a knife, this is actually, showing to the customer. We are entertainer. That's why I try to, training people. Same thing I told them, you gotta be entertainer because we work in front of the customer,
In general, just in the beginning, the restaurant, like there was no traction. We didn't know how to market ourselves. We didn't know how to, let people know we existed. We were just stumbling in the dark, really, and we just were kind of concerned that we wouldn't make it.
Slow time lesson is like patient. I never had this kind of word in my head, right? This restaurant, before we open, it takes a year to do all the job, right, by ourselves. So it's easy to quit, This restaurant for me, for us, is all about challenge, We create from a zero, bottom. That means challenge, man, so.
I never work in the Florida. I have another client, upstate New York, in the New York City, maybe because I used to working. I have customer there. But here, I have zero customer. So I start the customer, start scratch, the nothing. Maybe, Yuki's friend, Katana's friend, that's big, supporter. After, half year, little by little, repeaters, become more repeaters, and then they help the sales.
Yeah, it takes a time to pick up them, but yeah, just do right thing, right? Yeah, if treat a customer bad, people never come. Even food is good, That's what I think.
When you work at a restaurant, there's tides, right? It ebbs and flows. So, sometimes it's slow, but then sometimes it's just, what the heck is going on? It's just like this crazy rush. And I think that's what a lot of restaurant people live for.
I said I'm not satisfied yet, but I pretty much, appreciate, the weekend, we have a big crowd, come to our restaurant, which is great. And right now, always, right, become busy and another problem coming. Now, I cannot handle myself. I need more stuff. I got training people. That's I think we get the next step.
The biggest lessons I think I've learned at Kaeru, perseverance is key. You really can't give up. You just have to take it day by day, minute by minute if you have to. And I think, just pay attention. These older guys, they have a lot of wisdom to offer. So it's kind of like osmosis. You just kind of feel like, the lessons they're giving you if you pay attention.
Three most, important, running the restaurant is teamwork. Find the, great stuff and laugh. I very, impressed. We have great staff working here. People, care about people, and always we have laugh.
The emotions I feel about Kaeru succeeding and just being where it is, it's indescribable. As I've stated before, it's not my restaurant, but I've been here since the beginning, and to see it go from 2 customers a day to you need reservations on Valentine's Day to get a seat here. That's an indescribable feeling. You put your heart and soul into this thing, and you're rewarded for it. So just seeing where it is now, I didn't know where it would take us this far, and I'm very excited to see where the restaurant goes from here on out.
I believe, anything possible, and I hope it's become, be successful. Continue to do it. Don't give up, and it's gonna be, bright future there. So